Hello, Carrie and I comprise Group 1, and the hot seat question that we're considering today through our mini lesson is how do I know whether to double the final consonant on a word prior to adding a suffix such as ing, ed, er, est, or en. Our students are 5th and 6th graders. They are beginning English language learners. We are assuming that their prior knowledge includes the ability to discern consonants from vowels and to visually recognize those. The scope of our lesson is really including pretty much only one syllable regular verbs, and the suffix that we're considering most today is ing, though ed is an incidental feature in one of the activities that we're going to be doing. We're starting with a pre-test just so we can know what the students already know bringing to this lesson, and also so we can plan more effectively for subsequent lessons. If you have downloaded the pre-test, you can refer to it now. It's going to be easier to see than on the smartboard. Maybe you can peruse that while I turn out the lights. In the pre-test, we're asking the students to name vowels, name 3 consonants, asking them if they know the difference between present tense and simple past, between simple past and present progressive, and also if they can just identify the final consonant in a word, which will be important for the question we're considering today. We begin the lesson with a chart that, as Foltz suggested in the latter part of the book, a chart which contains 6 verbs here, and then the 2 columns which will place the verbs in one of the 2 columns depending on whether they're a verb in which you need to double the final consonant or ones in which you don't. As I place the words on the board, be asking the students to discern a pattern. But first, I'd ask the students to read the words with me: plan, walk, clap, swim, act, want. And we might do a bit of a call and response kind of thing, or a little bit of a percussion accompaniment to just reinforce the idea that there are 1-syllable words, 1 sound for each drum beat. Plan, walk, clap, swim, act, want. So mission for the students is to figure out what causes me to put which words in which category. Starting with the word plan, planning, N-N-I-N-G. The verb walk, walking. The verb clapping, or German clapping. The verb swim. Verb act. And the verb want. Wanting. Asking the students at this point if they can discern a pattern or reason why I place some verbs in columns, and some in the final consonant double and some in the not double category. I'd ask the class now for 1-syllable verbs. We could add that to the list and keep going until there's a recognition of pattern. To prompt that along a little bit, I might circle what we're considering here and see what the students come up with in terms of a way to describe what these 3 have in common. When we've reached the conclusion that they all end in consonant, vowel, consonant, I would add that to our headings. These do not end in consonant, vowel, consonant, so that's why they're here, and that's why we don't double. To formulate a rule, this prompt, double the final consonant if, and however the students would happen to paraphrase it, do not double the final consonant if the word ends in consonant, vowel, consonant. Don't double the final consonant if the word doesn't end in consonant, vowel, consonant, or the word ends in something other than consonant, vowel, consonant. I would ask the students at that point to, as in pairs, one person says the blue one to the neighbor, the other person says the red one, and then they switch. While they're doing that, I would be writing these up here beside the smartboard so that they can reference them for the next activity. It's now time to check and make sure that the rule actually works. We'll do that by way of a balloon pop. A student will be randomly selected to come up. They choose their balloon by reading the word that is on it and then make a prediction. If they believe that that word, and check it out and see if it ends in CVC, they believe that when they pop the balloon and see the ing form of the verb inside the balloon, if it will truly be doubled or not. Their prediction involves that. So there are enough balloons, there would be enough balloons for every child to have one to pop. And if a student came up and was not feeling confident about making a prediction, they always have the option of enlisting the class's assistance or giving the class the assignment of making the decision, and the student would still be the popper. Okay, so I'm going to start with the word shop. And I'm going to say, okay, I see H-O-P, I see consonant, vowel, consonant. My prediction is that it's going to be a doubled consonant. It's going to be S-H-O-P-P. And it is. Okay, so after everyone's had an opportunity to try that and to try out the rules, then it's time to put this in the context, in a meaningful context, taking it away from simply being a spelling activity or spelling lesson. And with their partner, they're going to be completing a short story paragraph. Their word bank is here, and in the context of this story, with their partner, they will be deciding, in terms of meaning, which verb is going to complete this story. They will also then need to decide if that verb needs to be a double consonant, if the double consonant needs to occur in that verb prior to the ing, or in this case the ed endings. The suffix endings are already here. They're already provided. So all the student needs to do is choose a verb and decide decide how to spell it, whether doubling the consonant or not, and write it in. And again, they're going to be doing this collaboratively until they've completed the paragraph. If students who finish early can read the paragraph to each other, making sure that, just giving them an opportunity for some fluency practice there, and making sure that it really, when they read it out loud, it does make sense. And a little bit of a wrap-up, kind of a change, a little bit of a media change. Through a website, we have, we have a video clip called ESL Blues, and I'll just kind of let that play and you can see what is offered. So that doesn't explicitly say consonant, vowel, consonant, but it is a little bit of an opportunity to apply that knowledge and see it presented in a slightly different way, just for a little bit of reinforcement. Finally, ticket out the door. Students will have an index card, and they're simply going to choose one of these words, or three of these 5 words: eat, swim, grab, need, and help. They're going to write the ing form of the words that they choose on their index card. And here again, they just need to answer the question. We're going to find out, hopefully, if they know if they need to double the final consonant before adding ing or not from the 3 that they choose to write on their card. That is our lesson, and thank you for your attention. We look forward to your feedback.